hunters, not the hunted. What do you remember about that game and sort of how you guys carried that mindset throughout the rest of the year?
And that's how we carry our mindset through the whole year. We want to hunt people, we want to attack people, we don't want to feel like we're being attacked. And even at being number one, they seem like everyone's gunning for you, but we want to gun for everybody.
And obviously that was before the national championship. That was before last season, this season. How have you guys still kind of adopted that in the almost 2 years since then?
Well, it's a saying that I really like, and saying I tell the DBs, like on defense, you don't have to be being attacked. You can be doing the attacking. So we apply that to defense, and I have it great.
Does it get hard sometimes? I mean, I know you guys, whoever you play, you're going to have a target on your back. You're going to get everybody's best shot. Is it hard to kind of keep that mindset sometimes?
Not really, because if they're trying to give us their best shot, we're going to give them our best shot.
Jared, can you just talk about the way the secondary adjusted against Tennessee early on? I know they hit some big plays.
Just calming down and making adjustments, and then we just played ball from there.
What are the sources of like a slow start that you had versus Notre Dame and Tennessee? Is there any reasons behind those slow starts?
No, not at all. Just something we got to work on to start fast.
How do you work on that?
In practice. We start fast in practice. We get things going in practice.
And along those same lines, I guess in the third quarter, the past two games, you get the defenses come out and played really well in the third quarter. What goes on in a halftime? Is there any film you're able to look at? Like what goes into halftime adjustments for a defense?
Just making adjustments, staying calm, everyone figuring out what we need to do, everyone getting on the same page. It's not a lot of rah-rah and yelling and everything. Everyone just knowing their assignments and doing their job and coming out there and executing it.
Are there do you guys, I guess, change schematics at any point, or is it more of we're going to stick with what we're doing, we just need to do it better?
Just do what we're doing, and we see what they're doing to hurt us, and we see some of the plays that they made. We busted, and we didn't actually do our job, so we got to go out there and just do our job.
At the start of a game, is it a matter of seeing what they switched up from the week before? They're attacking something differently. Is it a feeling out process in terms of why you guys might start slow, whether it's offense one week or defense the next week?
It's just something that we got to work on as a whole team. Is starting slow. That's something that we got to work on and starting fast every game, because it can hurt you in some games.
Kirby was talking about tackling today. I don't know. I guess you guys will probably get a number, or whether you guys came close to reaching your goal in terms of missed tackles. Did you notice it on Saturday? Not you particularly, but the defense, that there was too many times where guys were bouncing off and maybe not getting the proper form tackling?
Yeah, it's most definitely one of the things I got to work on. As a team, we got to work on. The secondary, we got to work on. We got to get the guys down on the ground. We're a great tackling team. In that game right there, we did not display it. It's something that we need to work on going forward.
Is there a kind of a disconnect? You say you're going to start fast, but that almost means, I would read that almost as being aggressive. At the same time, if they're doing something you're not ready for and you're going in the wrong direction really fast, is there kind of a back and forth between starting fast and being too aggressive?
No, starting fast for me is getting the tempo going, coming out there with juice, getting the guys going, and not playing so lackadaisical and slow. It's nothing doing with aggressiveness. We got to get everyone going. You got to start fast. You got to have your motor going, and you got to motivate yourself when you go on away games like that. And I think if we can starting fast, especially in this game right here, at a noon game, we got to start fast. We got to be able to motivate each other, because the crowd might not be there.
Well, the question comes down to, it's hard for fans. They're sitting there and they're watching TV. They're excited about it. They can't imagine not being, needing to motivate yourself. They're thinking, hey, here's hated Tennessee, here's hated South Carolina, here's whoever. So they're kind of, they want to beat them. We know you want to as well. So in other words, how are you not motivated, or maybe not quite as high as you want to be?
It's not as not motivated. It's just the juice.
Gotcha.
It's not your atmosphere. And so to find, I wouldn't say motivation, but to find energy and juice, you got to look to each other. You got to look to your teammates, and you have to bring that yourself. You have to provide your own juice. There's not going to be a grand entrance or run out. There's not going to be red lights everywhere. The stadium's not going to be black. So you got to find your own juice, because you're in enemy territory. So you got to find, what's going to get your team going, what's going to get you going, and that's how you start fast in games.
Who's the best one at providing that? You said you got to do it yourself, but you're also talking about getting the other guys to do it as well. Who in your secondary is good at getting everybody else up?
Well, it just depends on who's up that week. I think we do a great job of feeding off of each other. We all try to start fast. We all talk to each other. We all keep each other's spirits up. We always have a next play mentality, and we're all trying to make a play.
Was that Neyland Stadium atmosphere tough? That first true road game kind of in the SEC?
I wouldn't say tough, I'd just say it was a good test for us, and we see where we're at. We definitely have to start fast.
You guys are the only team in the country to not get rushing touchdowns so far this year, and rush defense was an area where you struggled at times last year. Have there been any noticeable changes in how you sort of gone after that, aspect of the game, or sort of any tweaks you've made to try and slow down the other team's running games?
Just, tackling, like I said before, we got to work on that, and we did a great job in the past. And it's just one of the things we worked on in the fall and worked on in fall camp in the spring is not letting anyone in our end zone. No matter what drill we're doing, we don't want the offense to get in. They like to finish in the end zone. They like to finish running. So we want to stop them and just keep them from doing that.
And then Eric Stokes is a guy who, wasn't totally sure if he was going to play a whole lot last week against Tennessee. He comes out 3 pass breakups, obviously the forced fumble. What is it about him that, he's sort of able to go from maybe a guy who, you don't know what you're going to get out of him health-wise, and then he goes out and has a performance like he did on the Saturday?
Well, just always working. He's ready whenever his numbers need to be called. He said he was going to play this game, and he came out there and worked. And so we expect him to play and do big things anytime you're going to say you're going to play. You can be out there. Just starting fast. Some of the things I just talked about. Just starting fast. You got to bring your own juice. The fans might not be there. The crowd might not be there just yet. So you got to bring your own juice and start fast.
Speaking of Eric Stokes and Richard LeCounte, to be honest, they're not the biggest kids in the world, but they both had a hit that made the Georgia fans there kind of ooh and ah. Do you see that a lot in practice, kind of the younger guys using the hit stick, as they say, making some of those big hits? I mean, just throughout what you've seen, not in the game.
Yeah, most likely those guys, they bring the boom. They're good tacklers in space. I know we had some missed tackles, and we got to work on that. But I'm really proud of those guys for making those hits and showing everyone they can bring it.
You talk about juice, and we hear James Coley out there in the offense screaming who's got it all the time.
Yeah.
So is there kind of a little competition between the offense and defense as to who has it?
Oh, man, Jake might run past you and say you don't have any juice. I might run past him and say he's not ready for practice, have any juice. We all try to pull each other along because we know we're going to need each other.
So on Saturday,